Hello, Shidal.
Morning, Arun.
Yeah, hi. Morning. I think Vishnu has updated you on his task today. He won't
Yes.
be joining us today. So with me, I have Arun here.
Hi, Sheetal.
Hey, Arun.
I'll hand over him like he can do the presentation.
Sure.
Shall I start?
Yep, let me make you presenter.
So,
Is that tab not by default selected when you come to this page? Is it automatic?
uh,
Since we have only one tab, it should be the first one, right? Why you have to
yes.
click again?
Yeah, we'll make it selected by default. So, today we're working on the NetDocs login.
Okay.
We're almost done with that, but there's an error that we are running into on the back end. It seems to be a small issue. I think it'll be solved by the end of the day. And when
Okay.
once that is solved,
Is
we
it on
can.
NetDeck side or our side?
No, it's not from the NetDoc side. It's from our side.
Okay.
So once that is done, we'll be able to show the token here and give them the option to renew tokens.
Okay.
Apart from this, we have the option to save metadata now. So
Which metadata? Okay.
this is the metadata that gets mapped over here that we'll be using to map.
Okay.
Yeah, the mapping
So
part
it's a
is.
multi-value. It's a multi-value. Right? It's
Sorry.
not a single metadata, right?
Yeah, we'll be able to save any number of metadata over here.
Okay. So can you add one?
Yeah, basically I can go in here and save something, and we'll be able to
Where
see
is?
it. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you show in the same list? So you want me to go back in the other screen and then see it
Yeah, I mean,
if I made a mistake?
we are trying to show the mapping over here, right? I mean, set the mapping.
Yeah, but you want to see the list in the same screen, right? Why would you go on a previous screen? Does it even make sense? So
I don't.
I edit here, then I go back to that screen to see. Is that what you're telling me?
We're just saving the
So you want to
method.
show the but you want to show the list here, right? If I made a mistake or if I
You mean
deleted,
the list of the
the
metadata?
previous list is so if I'm adding a metadata here,
Yeah.
the list of metadata for net document should be here. The previous one is for mapping, right? I don't think
Yes.
you
Yes. Yes.
understood
Yes.
what the purpose of this is.
Yeah.
So the mapping is to map between us and net document.
Yes.
But our metadata, you want to make a list of all the metadata and show as a list, right? So in a grid view, so you can keep adding more metadata or edit existing metadata.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So basically, we need to add the option to edit metadata over here as well.
Right.
So yes. Okay.
Because this is our metadata, right? But
Yes.
then
Yes.
we map to, because this list, all the metadata that you show here, that will show up in the folder template editor, right?
Okay.
So then you can take this metadata and associate with what do you call the folder template. I think you really need to spend time on the Milan. I don't think you guys are spending. You're not asking the question, or you're not spending time. This
Okay.
is like we are going in circle. We are not making progress here.
Okay.
Okay. So you really need to spend the time, or ask me. Let's do another session, right? Because
Okay.
every time I come here, I don't really see a progress. All right. I'm not happy with this.
Okay.
So spend some time in Milan demo to understand, right? And
Yeah.
ask me questions or ask other people questions, right?
Got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So the whole idea is that see, we are creating generic metadata, right?
Yes.
We associate on a template, right? And then we map to the net document because our template is generic. It can be used for net documents, for iManage, for SharePoint.
Yes. Yes.
That's why we have the mapping for net documents. Similarly, we will have mapping for iManage, we'll have mapping for SharePoint,
Yes.
so that our names can be mapped to them.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, once the we don't have the option functionality for editing metadata as of now. So once we have made once we have that set up in the backend as well, I'll bring in the edit feature over here so that we'll also list all the metadata and bring in the edit here. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I've also started to. I'm also trying to get the filtering part done over here. I'm not haven't completed that functionality.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm also trying to get that done. And yeah, those are the updates on the UI side.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. John.
Hello, everyone. We met with we had a discussion with Sean yesterday, and it was good. Darshil and I talked to him, and what I did was I started going through the CloudFront, and I wanted to try to start putting stuff going through CloudFront instead of going directly to the bucket, so that we can have the proxy set up. And I was working on that, and as we see here, we actually have the assigned CloudFront. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. So we actually have the assigned CloudFront here. What I did need to ask Sean about is, like, when I go to another route that is like a local route, how can I set that up? Because right now it's just CloudFront reports back that that's not accurate. So I need to ask Sean how to configure that.
John, I'm also here in the call.
Oh, okay. Hi, Sean. I just need to know how I can set that up. That's like a local route within the app.
Is it a subpath? Is it,
yeah.
Is it a relative path?
Yeah, it's right off of, it's a local route for the application. It's an application route, not a RESTful API route.
Okay, maybe we can take this after the call, maybe.
Okay, that would be great. I appreciate it, Sean. Okay. So I was working on that yesterday, in addition to trying to learn how to set up step functions within serverless, so that we can have that process that Sean laid out for us in the registration process. So that's kind of what I've been working on right now, is more back-end stuff than UI stuff at the moment.
All right. So for you, Ashan, I registered a domain this morning called umbriadev.io. Okay. And I think that is where we should start. I will also register. We are still debating which URL to go with. But I think for our this one development purpose, that's what we should use it. Yes.
Okay.
You should design umbriadev.io, and then we'll create either Umbria staging and then eventually umbria.io.
Okay. Now is that on another account, Sheetal, or can I map that umbriadev.io to the account that I currently have set up?
So that was my question. I invited you so that it can be all part of one organization. Did you not get?
No, I did not. I checked my Prosperoware email this morning, and I did not receive any message.
Shidal, for us, it's only Vishnu got the invite, and I haven't got the invite. So I have registered the AWS account with my credential, like my email ID. So Vishnu was not able to log in also.
Oh, okay. So I invited everybody. Let me.
So what did you do, Sheetal? Did you create a separate account, or did you set up a kind of a GitHub AWS organization?
So I set up an account for AWS organization with Sheetal at prosperaware.com. And then I created a organization unit or organization with my account. And then it says invite. Maybe I can show you. Let's see if I get it.
Okay.
Let me share my screen. Where did it go? Invitation.
I didn't get the invite, Shito.
You did get?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So this is what I did, and I think I didn't invite Arun Mohan, but I invited Vishnu Ji. I was just trying at least see who else. I invited you, Asham. So it asked me for two options. One was for billing only to create organization. One was for everything, right? All policies. But I chose billing only to start with, in case we want to, experiment with different policies first, right? Because you said you cannot undo, you cannot lower it, you can only create, right?
Yeah. So you created an account, then added users there.
Yeah, so I went to invitation and say invite this, right? So you did not get an email on your Prospero web, check maybe your clutter. Sometimes it goes in a clutter mail.
Check.
Like mine, all my Amazon email for some reason come under Outlook clutter. The Office 365 is too smart about it.
I have received the invitation.
Oh, okay. So then I went and registered with my account. I registered the, on Route 53, I registered a domain.
Sheetal, do you plan this account, the total account to be used for dev?
Well, that's the question I was thinking. Like, should we create a different account? Like for dev, I think it's okay. Or could we change it later on? I could create another account.
I feel, Sheetal, it's better if you can keep the root account for billing purposes, and underneath, if you can create a dev accounts, that would be much better, because then we can use the root account for a different purpose. For example, maybe to push or clone the access logs, so that it's not given access granted to anyone else.
So you're saying start with a new account called billing or billing at Prospero.
No, right now the account that you created is a root account, right? So,
right.
So that's you have given that this is a billing account.
Okay.
And then underneath you can create sub accounts. Each account will act as a kind of isolated account. So if you have access to one account, it doesn't mean you have access to the other account.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you can keep the root account for billing, and apart from that, also maybe to push the logs in the applications, things that needs to be kind of archived, you can push to copy to this account, which is not accessible by anyone else, or maybe only very few in the organization have access to this. And underneath, you can create in the organization, create sub accounts. And enable consolidated billing to the root account. So you only get a one bill at the end. But underneath the AWS accounts, you can create dev bill. You can even later down the line divide it by department. And if some enterprises want their own old version of Angular, then account underneath maybe for deployment, production, and then underneath. So that hierarchy you can build gradually, but maybe start with keeping the root account separate and having a dev account underneath. And it's also better, Sheetal, if we can actually give the entire domain outside the access to that account.
So how do I go about creating a sub account? I created a root. So you're saying either I could change this is on my ID. You're saying instead of that, to create a common ID root account so multiple people can access.
No. The root account, I think it should be accessed by only one or two people in the organization, not many. Only the people they have a certain privilege level.
Okay.
And underneath, if you can create an account for dev, staging and production, then you can grant different people access to each one of these.
Do you mean by IAM, by creating accounts in IAM, right?
Yes.
So this only allows me to attach to one. So my organization, you're saying just one organization, or can I create a multiple?
Yes,
Or you think, okay, you can create a account for this organization.
yes, it will be a totally new account when you create it. In that way, you can organize those accounts under certain hierarchy. This kind of organization hierarchy.
Oh, okay. So for each hierarchy, then I have to give some distributed email ID or something, so multiple people can
Yes,
manage
yes,
it.
yes. So one solution at the moment there is no good approach. You might need to create multiple emails, or else one approach that we are using in the root account, you can register a domain, maybe update.io, and create. There's the Amazon SCS service, simple email service. There you can whitelist that domain so that you can create any number of emails underneath.
അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇത്ര സമയം എടുക്കാറില്ലല്ലേ?
You can create when you are creating account, it's mandatory to have a root email address, so that you can use email from that domain. So that's the option if you don't have kind of a separate email, because otherwise if you use the hosted email service, you have to pay for your account. So it's just like how I've seen because when things are going in a single account, and even down the line, it's very difficult to move things around after, because people start provisioning things inside.
Right. No, that's so. Okay, so the root one. Okay, I'll create a limited access for root one. I'll change the email address to. But we could create a distributed email ID. Right? So this way we can add until we get a domain.
Yeah, if you have a different way of getting new email address, all this, then you can use that for each sub account. But then again, you need to keep that email access very secure, because that email ID and the password is the root account password, not the top account. It will be the root account password and username for sub accounts also. Let's say you create a sub account with my email address and the password, then I will become the root user in that sub account.
In that sub account. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So we want to, for each of the top level sub accounts, you want to, the top is restricted, the second level is also restricted, right? And then within that, so within that we can create a organization and right.
Yes.
Or unless I'm not following, can you show me the hierarchy? Can you show me a sample? What a sample account looks like?
At the moment, I don't have access.
Sure.
Maybe it's like I can take a scenario which I recently did. For the root account, we created let's say we created the account with the CTO's email address, basically. Yes, like that account access was not allowed through anyone else.
Right.
And then in that particular account, we have created all the users, but users in the sense all the IAM users in the top level account. Yes, and we haven't given any permission for those users to access resources in that account. So we just define the users there without any permission. So afterwards, in that project, we created sub accounts. We created accounts for each department and each product. So basically, not each department, for each product. So they had around 4 products.
Right.
And also some landing pages, marketing websites. So we created a hierarchy. So the top level was the root account. Then underneath each product's nodes, those are not accounts. So you can organize them in the organization panel. So you define some nodes, and underneath, let's say the product one, we have the dev account for product one, staging account, and the production account. So for some, we also had the marketing website account. And the importance here is the access control, because when after you add the users to the top account, you can create IAM roles underneath,
Right.
and give cross account permission to each underneath accounts.
So when you say create an account, so at what point do you create the organization? And how do you create the accounts under the account or organization?
Either way, you can go to the organization also. In both, when you create an account, after the first account, they won't be the root account. So there will be only one root.
Right, because so is there a I thought that you could group together under the organization. That's why I created organization. So maybe
Yes.
I'm not fully understanding the relationship between accounts and organization.
Yes, organization is actually needed, Sheetan. So what you need so far is quite all right. So you created the root account and also which is also a billing account.
Right.
So underneath, shall we just click on the create new without registering? So go to the organization.
Organization. Okay.
And you can say add account.
Okay.
So you have two options. If you go to the right option, it will create a sub account, and the billing, all the billings will be consolidated to the top account. So even if I'm the root of this account, I can't see my bill because it's consolidated to the top account.
The top account, sure.
Yes, and in addition, when you create an account here, you can't actually delete that account. So it's kind of tightly bound to your root account.
Oh, okay.
And in addition, what you get on the left side is, let's say now I have created, so today I created a AWS account with my customer email address.
Right.
So if I want to ask you to include my account's billing to your one, to consolidate my billing also to your one, then you can invite from here.
Oh, okay.
And still,
right. So that's what I invited you, right? Or did I invite you to on this level, on the organization?
This one, that feature actually I haven't tried. I have to see whether that will create a new account or that.
Okay.
So normally what I tried before is creating our own accounts and then linking it from there.
Oh, okay.
So I already created an account under my email. So if you go and probably maybe in my the account I created, I should be having maybe an invitation link. I will check that afterwards.
Oh, okay. So if I create a dev Umbria, right, which is the subdomain I created, and under that we can create a dev for
not like that, Sheetal. So these are kind of nodes. So when you create account, it's just a node.
Right.
The hierarchy, it's not a hierarchy actually. If you want to organize this in a visual way, then after creating, you can design a tree in a different place in the same under the organizations and place this there.
Okay.
So maybe let me try to see whether I have one to show. No, I think I don't have. Yeah, I don't have at the moment. So can you cancel this and go to the go back to organize accounts?
Oh, okay. So that's still. So I invited him. So he came in as an account, not really under Prospero.
Yes.
So he came in as a
different account.
Okay, so that account is now linked with the root.
Yes. You can go to the organize. Can you create an organization unit? Create a unit in top.
Oh, okay.
So you can see a tree, right? You can say So this is the kind of organizing of each node, and then you can place that under length.
Right. So what does the organization means then?
That is the root account.
Okay.
The organization administrator, that account will handle all the billing.
Right. I'm trying to understand. Like, so my account, what's the organization means? Like, so my organization versus my account.
So the organization means it's kind of a say, umbrella view of what's underneath or what belongs to that. So there are accounts, certain accounts linked with each other.
Oh, okay.
In your organization, you can see a kind of a view.
So Ashan, so right now I accepted the invite. So does that mean that, I think Sheetal has enabled consolidated billing. So does that mean, so if any services that I use would directly go to the organization account, so umbriadev.io?
Yes. You can try logging through your email, whether you can access your bill. I think you could.
Okay.
You can't read the bill. So that's a way of confirmation. Like if you can see the bill, which means it's not consolidated. You
Right.
can see it.
Right. So if I bought a domain at this level, my account level, can I transfer it below?
You can. It will cost again $10.
Okay.
And it will take 1 day more.
Okay. So I have to move this account below then the thing.
Yes, you can create a request, support request to them. So then AWS will do that lifting the other account.
Oh, okay. So it's not a self-service. You have to ask them to transfer it.
Yeah. Because it can also be someone can do it also.
Okay. Okay. So ideally, you're saying I should create accounts, logical accounts at a top level, and isolate them so that not everything is off root. We just build the hierarchy basically first.
Yes.
We can do the dev hierarchy, production hierarchy. So not everybody would have production access when we do the production. So I got the, okay, so that's the only billing I have, September.
Yeah.
This is just for the domain.
So the thing is like they will again charge you the same amount, which is amount for transfer of $10. Yeah.
Okay. So then if you can send me a grouping, let me ponder over, see how do we organize it. We organize by at the top level by, like we do with the, either a logical organization or a dev or product, dev product, UA product.
Do you have multiple products going on?
Well, we'll have multiple, right? Yeah, multiple service that we can build.
Then maybe this the first node will be the ones with names. They company expect to keep them because even we can name nodes for research.
Right.
So
then where do we, so the idea is that the Umbria dev.io will be for all products. Across the products.
the root account.
Yeah.
Root account, let's not use that for deployments.
Right. No, I'm saying not for deployment, but it'll be across the product. So we can do, how many level of hierarchy we can do with account?
You can, I haven't checked the limits, but it's even not a hierarchy. Like when you have the root account, it's just a
Oh, you just organize it, okay. You're just building a tree, you can build any level of tree, is that what you think?
Go to organize, so we can create a node if you want. Like I can create a new organization unit.
Okay.
maybe put like R&D. Yeah. So then you can see under the root you have R&D. So you can maybe move one account to there. So
എന്താ
മറ്റേ സാധനം പൊട്ടിത്തെറിച്ചതല്ല, അത് ലോക്കൽ പോസ്റ്റുകളൊന്നും ഇല്ലല്ലോ.
ലോക്കൽ പോസ്റ്റ് ഇല്ലേ?
അത് പുതിയ API വന്നേക്കണേയാണല്ലോ.
അതെ.
അപ്പൊ ഇത് 0 ആണല്ലോ കൗണ്ട്. നമ്മുടെ ഗ്രാഫില് കൗണ്ട്
ഡേറ്റ കിട്ടുന്നില്ലേ?
ഇല്ല, ഡാറ്റ 0 ഇല്ല.
Zero.
0 വെച്ച് ഗ്രാഫ് വരയ്ക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ലല്ലോ.
എന്നാ അന്തുവിനോട് ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറയാം, എന്താ 0 ആയി കിടക്കുന്നത്?
അല്ല, അതങ്ങനെ വരുള്ളൂ. അത് പുതിയത് API വന്നല്ലേ, നമ്മൾ ഇൻസെർട്ട് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള സാധനമൊക്കെ ഇട്ടാല് എങ്ങനെ എന്താണ്ട് വരുള്ളൂ.
അല്ല, അതിപ്പോ ഓൾറെഡി പോസ്റ്റ് ഇടാനുള്ള ഇത് API വഴിയാണ് പുതിയതായിട്ട് വന്നത്.
Okay.
Post നേരത്തെ സാധനം ഉണ്ടാവും.
Okay, we did under R&D.
ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചു നോക്കട്ടെ.
So,
അല്ല, ഏതായാലും വന്ന വാല്യൂ 0 ആണ്.
that's just it. So how do we transfer the domain at this level into this level?
Since it's not a level, it's just the organization.
It's just an organization label. You're saying it's not actual count.
Yeah, it's not actually count. It's just visual organizing accounts.
So could we then need to create a account and associate the? Do we need to create another account called rnd@prosperaware.com?
Yes. And then we transfer that
domain to that account.
Yeah. And the setting you have seen is although you have this organization picture, each individual account will act as its own account.
അതെ.
So they all have, right, they all are part of the, okay.
And also in the long run, if you can set up a related login through maybe your Active Directory, that will be much convenient.
ഇംപ്രസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട്
That you can do for the root account.
എന്താ പറയുക, മീറ്റിംഗ് ആകുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും ഹാപ്പി
You can
സ്റ്റേറ്റിലാക്കണം.
actually create different cross accounts, something called cross account roles. Let's say for Dashil this account, you don't give Dashil direct access.
അല്ല, ഇതിപ്പോ
Because if Dashil has to access another account, he again has to memorize his email.
അതല്ല,
So rather doing that, Dashil can directly log into the root account, but since he doesn't have access permission there, but still he can assume a role to access the different account.
അത് ഈ API വഴിയല്ലേ പുതിയ
We
അപ്ഡേഷൻ,
can do single sign-on across.
അല്ലാതെ മറ്റേതൊരു മുമ്പേ ഉണ്ടാവില്ലേ?
ലോക്കൽ പോസ്റ്റ്.
പോസ്റ്റ്
That's option.
അല്ല, എനിക്ക് അറിഞ്ഞൂടെ ഉണ്ടോ ബിസിനസിന്റെ അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഫീച്ചർ API വഴിയാണ് ഇപ്പൊ ഈയിടെയായിട്ട് റിലീസ് ചെയ്തത്. മനസ്സിലായില്ലേ? അല്ലാതെ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ലടാ അവരുടെ UI.
Okay, I still need to wrap my head around. Is there any best practice example or documentation I can read?
Yeah, the funny thing is I couldn't find that when I was doing. I had to create and first
ജസ്റ്റ് ചെക്ക്
I
ചെയ്യണോ?
did the same mistakes creating the domain in the root account and then I had to transfer. So I had a similar experience like this. Later I understood that it's better to organize this.
Okay. All right, let me read up and I'll bug you. Let me at least put it on a paper and let me put it on a document and then we can create it.
Yeah, that's right.
Run it by you.
Yeah.
All right. So, John, where are you? Are you able to connect the, I guess, where exactly are you now? Or are you stuck somewhere or are you?
Sean was going to talk to me offline with regards to getting a path set up for the local routes, so that so I can do stuff like this. Go to log in, and right now it's not going to route locally. So I'm going to talk with you set up rolling CloudFront URL. Yeah. So and then go from there. Once we get that set up, everything should be good on cloud.
A quick question, John. Do you have in your local environment? Do you have a route called route with a relative path, like authentication?
Yep.
And you also do have the stage also, right? API stage.
Yes, it's dev. Yeah, it's a dev stage.
So that's the issue there, John. You have to put the stage and the route together. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So there are some restrictions there.
Okay, all right. So I would need to like add like the stage and then the authentication route, even though that's a local route.
It might not be if you haven't added the behavior. So you can double check the behavior whether we have the 2 point all the /dev star goes to your effect.
Okay, all right. I'll take a look at that. So once I get that set up, Sheila, I was going to continue on with the step functions so that we can get going through the process and have that flow that Sean mentioned in the document.
Go ahead, you were saying something.
Yes, Sheetal, since I have to leave a little bit early today, shall I give an update? And John, can you take me to talk maybe at the same time we had yesterday?
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that'll probably work.
That's, I think it's 2 hours time. So, so today I had a very busy time to work working with is the authentication. I managed to look at going to user force, but then generating IAM credentials for the user. When I go to the documentation, although we can define users and rules in Cognito user rules, but it still requires to have the Cognito identity provider together. So we have to go with what. Anyway, that also gives us a few more options. The linking process, if someone comes with federated identities like Google, Facebook, we naturally get the linking.
Right.
We can do the linking. And also, another key area is what should be used in our application as the user's identifier. So, that was a gray area before. Because if you take Cognito user pools, it doesn't give you an identifier apart from the email or the username. It doesn't give an ID. So, maybe a GUID doesn't give like that. So I went through the details. So if we were only going to use Cognito user pools only, then the documentation recommends to get generate a random ID and place it in the user name attribute, so it can be searchable. But since now we are moving with the Cognito federated identities also to combine, link with the Cognito user pool, we can get the Cognito ID as the identifier across all within the program for the user.
No, I'm not fully following. You're saying for identifying a user across, once we register in a Cognito, if we use as a Cognito user pool, we would identify that user across?
Yes, if we register that user Sheetal in the Cognito user pool, there's no unique identifier. There is which is the email or the username.
Okay.
So that's not a good way to link that user in the program internal.
So there's no internal ID or there's no internal IAM?
No
ID?
Yeah, no ID. No ID in the user pools. There's no ID. So as a recommendation, what they suppose is upon user registration, if we only use Cognito user pools, now I'm referring to. If we use only Cognito user pools, what they are recommending is to generate a random ID and store it in the username attribute.
Oh, okay. So you can generate a GUID, some GUID and use it. Okay.
Attribute. It's not a hack like the document. They gave that instruction documentation. But now, since we are planning to link the Cognito federated identities to user pools so that we can get an IAM token.
Right.
Which will pass through tokens policy will pass through kind of the flow.
Right.
So then we in the Cognito federated identities we get a unique ID.
Okay.
So that's a GUID. So that we can define our program.
Question. Can you still see my screen?
Second see your screen.
Okay. Yeah. When I registered these were the IDs that I got, even though I didn't say use the emails.
Did you think to get a random ID?
No, it Cognito automatically assigned these IDs.
For the username.
Yep.
So
And then we have like the email, but when I attempt to log in, I use I use the email address and password.
yes.
And that works. So okay, so is this okay to have this grid here for the username?
This grid you can't get through the. So this is the usernames grid, or this is different grid?
Look like this is a username.
Right.
Yeah, username grid you can use it. Username grid, John, you can use it in the program. But the problem was they don't have different ID. It's like you can also use the username to enter the username, maybe a friendly name.
So, but why did it generate? How will you identify? John, go back to the users. So if you are in the user pool, they don't show the email address here anywhere.
No. When I set it up, I told you to use the email address for the username, and then it assigns this, and then here. But even though I still log in using the email address.
But they automatically assign. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, in the documentation, I didn't get that point. When I read it, I understood that we have to generate that random ID and you set it up for the username.
Unless that's a new feature or something, because that was generated. I used the sign up function of the SDK to set it up, and then I confirm through the admin panel, and this is what I get when they sign up. This is the ID that I get. I get this stupid ID.
Okay. So then actually, Chitra, go ahead.
Now we're going to say then, can you search here? That's a pretty effed up place, because how do you search?
Yeah, because it's like you can't really just search here on.
No, there's a column, so you cannot change a view. You cannot add a column to the user ID or an email address. That's a refresh. There's no configuration for view. So I guess you can search by email or just the name and John. Okay.
So if I did John and found it, it pulls it up. But I agree with you. That's kind of messed up, because then you can't really that change really have John to control down it.
I think so. I was looking into it, and so this SUB that you're mentioning, that is the unique, universally unique identifier. So I think that's so. Ashan, you mentioned something about we don't get a unique identifier. I think this is the unique identifier.
Yeah.
The problem was when I look at the documentation, so I didn't create a user and see there. So I was going through the document to see. So there, what they mentioned, there's no ID directly. I went to the forums also. There are no unique ID there, and the one of the problems was that. So I assume that we have to generate that. But anyway, that provision was there where we have a trigger. So I think if it's generated automatically, then it's fine. But still, when we are using the, I could say the identity pools, when we link the user to the identity pools, we are anyway getting unique identifier there. So that will be globally unique.
Is that okay?
So that identifier you can either, when you say when you log in through your verified place, you can link that to the same identifier, and if you log in through Facebook, that also can be linked there.
Okay, so yeah, that makes more sense. But what if someone is just having the user pool account and not the federated identities? Like, say if someone has no Facebook or Google account, then.
Yeah, so there's two confusions. Like federated identities, there's a feature inside user pools as well as user pools as a federated identity. there's a different area in the incognito as a federated user. It's not federated database. Cognito user pool, not user pools, cognito identity pools. If you go back, you can see the tab federated identities in the top header.
We are getting this
On the same page, yeah. Got it. So this is what I'm talking about. So this is another area. Cognito.
Okay.
So here you get a unique identifier that can be attached to multiple identity providers.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So if you go back and also through this only you can assume IAM roles, IAM tokens, not only using user pools. You have to configure that also, linking this particular user pool there.
Okay.
And this was new for me. I didn't see this user ID to create the generator, so I was assuming we have to generate it through the Lambda and use it. So.
Oh, you're thinking you had to trigger on one of the lifecycle events on the
Yes.
create and then generate it and then assign it.
Yes, that's what I thought. Like generate it and assign it. So.
So then so I guess wherever we, in our custom tables, wherever in custom application, you're saying we use this ID to identify the user, or we create another internal table in our account management that maps to the user ID with some friendly name or email address.
Well, I'm getting the username. Sorry, go ahead, Asha.
Yeah, go ahead, Asha.
So I was saying that when I created the user pool, I'm getting the username. I'm not getting the identifier. So there should be a way to see the names.
Right, now I get it. There's an option in the when the attributes you can say whether it's a friendly name or you have a user name only. So maybe configuring those it becomes different.
Oh, okay. So you're saying both of them is possible. Here we can display the friendly name or right. I mean, internally we would use the ID. I'm just thinking that when we are managing the accounts, right, you want to see. If you don't see the friendly name, you need to see the friendly name somewhere, whether in our custom table or
We have to use anyway save it back in your application as well.
right.
And in Lambda that I have that does some of this processing, I actually make sure it's
Site CL number, automatic code review.
And when you are creating the DynamoDB tables for the user in backend application, it's better to replicate some of data because it matters with query.
Developers in free. Public repositories. Public repositories.
So inside the program, we can use the next ID on this one, the ID that is you are getting after linking this particular identity.
സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ് നോർമൽ പാക്കേജ് ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത്. പക്ഷെ അതെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ റിയാക്ട് കിട്ടില്ല.
Instead of using this particular grid which is here, or
മറ്റേ
we can use the user pool with the federated identities, the other option I showed you, we can link it in there. After linking, we get a ID in the federated identities that we can use.
ഡിക്ലെയർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട് ഉപയോഗിക്കാത്തത്.
You get a different ID when you link the accounts.
അതുപോലെ വേറെ അങ്ങനെ കുറെ ലോജിക്കൽ സാധനങ്ങൾ ഇതൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ ബാക്കിയെല്ലാം ചുറ്റും നമ്മൾ
And the federated.
ഇൻഡന്റേഷൻ.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That way you have access to all the information.
Yes. That way you can also map multiple ports the same, not multiple ports, actually multiple federated identities like social identity linked to the same user.
Yeah, because that is part I was going to say. Like the user would have a primary ID. They could have multiple.
Microsoft account, and you want
Yes.
all those links. You want all those linked to the same user.
Yes, you basically do it in the identity report. So you link to the report's ID.
Sheetal, maybe I should work on that today.
Sure.
And I was also hoping tomorrow to look at the implementation part, provisioning the identity pool. Maybe I could collaborate with you, John, if you have a repo.
Yeah, let's.
Or
What we can do is when we get together offline later, let's have a plan to attack this and get this hammered out.
Sheetal, what do you think?
Sure. Yeah, I mean that's the first part. That and right provisioning, routing once I set up the account correctly.
Yeah.
That should be set up for the dev, right? We can start publishing for testing purposes.
Yes.
Darshil, do you want to be on a call to have this all fixed together with us?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll set the federated, trying to set the federated identities and start working out how to link them to the user. We can discuss that later.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, you can drop off, Darshil.
So I see you guys.
Bye. Yeah, Sheetal, I've been working on the back end. I made some changes to the UI. Basically, not much, but so hard coding. I'm starting to make changes. So most of the thing is in UI. So one thing I was so about the log. So the rolling log. So how do you want to delete the logs? Do you want to?
You can have a timer job something to delete.
Or do you want to depend it on file size? So you define maximum file size is 10 MB or after 10 MB.
Not on a file size, it should be based on a period.
Okay, got it.
Because you could have someday generate a file and you don't want to delete that for troubleshooting.
Okay.
Hello, meeting up.
So I was thinking
You
like
want to delete anything older than 30 days, right? So,
yeah. So for example, if in one day if it fills all 10 MB, for example, we don't want to delete it, of course. So thinking. I was also thinking that before deleting, you can upload that log file to S3 so that we have a backup of what happened.
Yeah, I think we should do it. Yep. At least we don't get complete, right? That's a good idea.
Right. So I'll do it based on time, but I'll also make sure that we upload it before it gets deleted.
Yep.
Okay.
If the customer disputes something, we have something to prove it, right?
Yeah. So I'll make that change. Yep. That's all from my side.
Okay. So you got the scheduler. You have the. You saw the simple UI I put in for scheduler.
Yeah. That's pretty simple. So I'll make the changes today. Also, yesterday I talked with Sean and John about the authentication. So basically, I would be getting 3 tokens, but those 3 tokens would be eventually used to get IAM secret key. They won't be used as a token to upload. So I still have to figure that out how to code. But he did mention that there is an SDK for both front end and cognitive backend. So yeah, so I have a couple of things to work on.
All right. Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Shiv.
Alright. Thanks, guys.
इधर शिफ्ट എങ്ങനെ എത്ര നാൾ രക്ഷപ്പെടാൻ പറ്റും? അപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് മറ്റേ പരിപാടി ലിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തല്ലോ.
കാരണം മറ്റേ ഗ്രാഫൊക്കെ എഡിറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് കിടക്കും, ഡാറ്റ ഒന്നുമില്ല.
ആ,
അല്ല അപ്പൊ അതെങ്ങനെയാണ് കിടക്കണമെങ്കിൽ വിളിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഇതിന്റെ തന്നെ ഇതേ ചാർട്ട് വേറെ രീതിയിലുള്ള ഒരു ചാർട്ട് താഴെ ഉണ്ടായി.
ഒത്തിരി പഠിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഞാൻ വളരെ വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്.
ഇതേ രീതിയിൽ വേറെ ചാർട്ട് അവിടെ എടുത്തിട്ടോ,
ഈ സെയിം ഡാറ്റ ഇടാം.
ഈ സെയിം ഡേറ്റയുടെ ലൈൻ ചാർട്ട് എടുത്തിട്ടോ.
നമ്മുടെ സീനം തരാം.
ലൈൻ ചാർട്ടോടെ എടുത്താൽ മതി.
ആ,
അപ്പൊ കമ്പോണന്റ് കമന്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഇതിന്റെ ലൈൻ ചാർട്ടോടെ എടുത്ത് പുഷ് ചെയ്യാം. ഓക്കെ, വേറെ എന്തെങ്കിലും
വേറെ പണി ഒന്നുമില്ല. സോഹോ ശരിയായിരുന്നു.
എന്താ ശരിയാണ്?
അല്ല, നിന്റെ അക്കൗണ്ട് ഇതൊക്കെ കയറി ടെസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്താൽ
എന്റെ അക്കൗണ്ടിൽ രണ്ടാമത്തെ സീൻ അല്ലാണ്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഞാൻ നോക്കട്ടെ.
വേറെ വേറെ അക്കൗണ്ട്സിൽ നിന്ന് ടെസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാം.
എന്റെ ഒരു പേയ്മെന്റ് സെറ്റ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതൊക്കെ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ സോ ഞാൻ സോഹോ എടുത്ത് നോക്കിയിട്ടായിരുന്നു. സൈനപ്പ് ആയി വരുന്ന എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു. ഇതല്ലേ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ കഴിയുന്നൊക്കെ തോന്നുന്നു.
ഒരു ടിക്കറ്റ് ഇടാം. ഓ, നീ ടിക്കറ്റ് ഇടണം. നീ ടിക്കറ്റ് ഇടണോ?
ടിക്കറ്റാ?
ഒരു ടിക്കറ്റ് ഇട്ടാവോ? ഇവിടെ ഒരു പിങ് വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലോ. മീറ്റിംഗ് ഉണ്ടോ നിനക്ക് സ്കൈപ്പില്? നീ ഉണ്ടോ സ്കൈപ്പ് ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ?
അപ്പൊ ഇതൊന്നും ചെയ്യുമ്പോ ഇത് സൈൻ ഔട്ട് ചെയ്തോട്ടെ.
ഇന്ന് ടെസ്റ്റ് ആണോ അല്ലോടാ?
ഇതെങ്ങനെ ഇതിന് ഉപയോഗിക്കാറുണ്ടോ? സോഹോ എനിക്ക് ഉപയോഗിക്കാറുണ്ടോ?
സോഹോ ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ വരുമ്പോ ഹെൽപ്പ് ഡെസ്ക് അത്.
ആ, ഇതെന്താ ടിക്കറ്റ് ഇടണം.
പക്ഷെ ഇതൊന്നും സംശയം വേണ്ട. നീ ഇടണം. നിനക്ക് കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ടോ ടിക്കറ്റ്സ്? ക്ലോസ് ചെയ്തോ? നോ ടിക്കറ്റ്സ് ഫൗണ്ട് എന്നാണോ? മൊത്തം ടിക്കറ്റ്സ് നിനക്ക് അല്ലെങ്കിലും കാണാൻ പറ്റില്ലായിരിക്കും. ക്ലാരിറ്റി ഇത് നോക്കണ്ട. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പൊ നിനക്ക് ബേസിക്കലി ലോഗൗട്ട് ചെയ്ത് തിരിച്ചു പോകുന്നില്ല.
അപ്പോ ലൈൻ ചാർട്ട് വേണം. ലൈൻ ചാർട്ടിന് ഓൾറെഡി ഒരു കമ്പോണന്റ് ഉണ്ടാവില്ല.
ലൈൻ ചാർട്ടിൽ കോമ്പണന്റ് ഉണ്ട്,
പക്ഷെ അതിലോട്ട് ഡാറ്റ പാസ് ചെയ്ത് തന്നിട്ട് കൊടുത്തില്ലല്ലോ. എന്നാ പിന്നെ സെപ്പറേറ്റ് കമ്പോണന്റ് ആയിട്ട് ഇടണം. അവിടെ തന്നെ ഇട്ടാ പോരെ, കാരണം ഇത് എഡിറ്റ് ചെയ്ത്
സ്റ്റൈലിംഗ് സീനാവല്ലോ.
ഇല്ല, പ്രശ്നമില്ല. അതിൽ ഡിബിന്റെ അകത്ത് ഇട്ടായിരിക്കും കമ്പോണന്റ് വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലോ. ഈ കമ്പോണന്റ് പണിയുമ്പോഴുള്ള പ്രശ്നം പേര് ഓരോന്നും നമുക്ക് ടെസ്റ്റിങ്ങിന് വേണ്ടി അത് ഇതെന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞിടുമ്പോ അതൊക്കെ
എപ്പോഴെന്താണ് പോയപ്പോ പോയത്? ഓക്കെ ശരി. ഞാനിനി ഒരു മണിക്കൂറിന് എടുക്കും ഏകദേശം. ഓക്കെ. അതോ നിനക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു
പറയേണ്ട ആവശ്യം.
ഓക്കെ, ഇവിടെ ഒരു മണിക്കൂറിന് എടുത്താൽ